One of the great things about duplicate bridge is you can pick up one of these 2-point hands and still have a lot to think about during an auction. In this hand, Joel opened a club in second chair, and since it's gone past one club pass, there's a really good chance that Joel's got a strong hand. My first instinct is that he has 18-19 balanced, because that's the strongest balanced hand that we open one club. And so when I'm deciding whether to open or whether to respond light to an opening bid, one of the key things that goes into my mind is, do I want to play 2-no trump? So if I felt like I had a 4 or 5-point hand and not a good club support where I would prefer to play 2-no trump than to play one club, then I might choose to respond light. But in this hand, I have nice club support. If the auction ends in one club, that's perfect. And I don't have anywhere near enough to raise. We don't even actually have a weak raise available. We play one club, 3 club shows a mixed raise. So I wouldn't even be able to make a weak raise. However, this isn't even close to a hand that you'd want to make a weak jump raise in. So I decided to pass Joel's one club bid, and it went 1 spade in the balancing chair. Now Joel made a takeout double, and they raised to 2 spades. So Joel's hand now, he still could have 18-19 balanced. He might have 2 little spades, but it's usually in this particular spot he would give up with 18-19 balanced, or he would bid 1-no trump if he had stoppers. So this is looking to me like he's making he's got a distributional hand with short spades. So now I've already passed one club, and the beauty of passing one club is he's never going to start to think I have some values that I've already denied having anything. And he knows that I like to respond. So this is really, my pass has shown a very weak hand. Now I feel like, since I know most unbalanced hands that Joel's opened one club include a 5-card club suit. So some of the distributions I'm expecting are 1-4-3-5, 1-3-4-5. Those are the type of hands that he's gonna have. So now I felt like there was no risk in me bidding 3 clubs, and that it was gonna, if we needed to compete, it was really important that Joel knew that I had 4 clubs. So I bid 3 clubs, and it went past, and Joel started thinking, and all I could think to myself was, hold on there, buddy. All I did was show you a fit and slow down. And after thinking for a while, he finally bid 3 hearts, which was disappointing. I really wanted the auction to be over, and so I settled him in 4 clubs, and that ended the auction. So now they led the ace of spades, and we take a look at Joel's hand. He had what we expected, a big, I mean, he's obviously, when he bid again over 3 clubs, he had a really strong hand, because he had already showed me a strong hand with short spades. So when he took another call, he was looking for game opposite next to nothing. So he had a very good hand. So now dummy, I mean, when he sees dummy, everything looks good, except he has to rough. He has 2 little hearts that he's going to have to sort out. He can either trump them in dummy, or he can perhaps throw one away on diamonds. Now, one of the problems with trumping in dummy is when he goes to rough the last heart, somebody might have the jack. So he's going to have some decisions to make about how many trumps he should pull, or whether he should just go after hearts. So after the ace of spades cashed, they continued spades. And Joel laid down the ace of clubs, and now he waited. He didn't want to necessarily play the king of clubs, because one of the risks of playing the king of clubs at this point is, if clubs are 3-1, then when Joel ducks a heart, the opponents are going to be able to play a 3rd round of trumps. So he needs to duck a heart before cashing a 2nd trump. So he leads a low heart out, and South wins the 9, and South played back another spade, and Joel roughed it. So now Joel's safe to play the king of clubs. He might as well see if they're 2-2. So he does, and he sees they're 2-2. So he plays ace of hearts and another heart, and he sees the queen 10 third come on with north. So now he can think to himself, well, I don't think north has king queen 10 fourth of hearts. So he can shape up, he's got a good idea of the distribution. He's now left with only one suit to tackle, and that's diamonds. And you see the suit is jack 4th opposite ace queen 9. And he's never going to lose more than 1 trick. So his goal for the suit is going to be to lose no tricks. So in a vacuum, if you just had that suit and you had no other information to go on, the best way to play the suit for no losers is to play the jack and hope that they cover king and it goes ace, go back to dummy and play low to the 9 and try to finesse South for king 10 third or king 10 fourth. That's the most likely way to lose no tricks in the suit. However, if Joel figures South has 5 spades, and it's looking like they have 4 hearts, and he knows he has 2 clubs, so it looks like South is 5-4-2-2. So if South 5-4-2-2, there's another way that he might be able to avoid losing a diamond trick, and that's by playing a low diamond to the queen and then playing the ace and hoping the king drops with South. So Joel decided to go that route, and he played a diamond to the queen, but unfortunately it lost to the king, but he didn't have a way to avoid a diamond loser anyway. So plus 130 for a pretty good score. On board 12, I got to be dummy another time, and when Joel opened a 14 to 16 point no trump, and that ended the bidding. Joel got a 4th best heart lead, and I put down this ridiculously bad dummy. It was not a fun round for me. First 2 jacks, and now a jack and a queen. And he started to play. So his first play was sort of normal, to just fly up with a 10 and hope that his opponent had led from the queen jack of hearts. And sure enough, they had. And South's 8 of hearts, they were playing standard carding, looks like that they have a doubleton. So it looks to Joel like hearts are 5 too. So now Joel doesn't necessarily have any more entries to dummy, so it's important for him to tackle the suit that actually needs to be led from dummy. He may get back there with the queen of diamonds later, he may not, and so now his next plan is going to be to play a spade. And so when you look at the spade suit, 9-3 facing ace queen 10-4, he could play a spade to the 10 or a spade to the queen. But there's a big difference between those two plays. When you get the suit right, so let's say we play a spade to the 10 and it loses to the king. Now when that happens, he still only has 2 tricks in. So he will be able to play the ace and the queen, but if somebody's got jack 4th, he doesn't have a 3rd trick. However, if he plays a spade to the queen and it goes low, now he's got the extra chance that if he plays the ace, that the jack will drop doubleton, and so he'll only lose 1 trick. So it looks slightly better for him to play a small spade to the queen, so that's what Joel did. He played the 3 spades up to the queen. Now he's in his hand with nothing to do. He's in no hurry to try to set up his 13th spade, because what's going to happen is at some stage North's going to lead a heart back, and at that point Joel can play ace of spades and the spade to try to set up his spade. He's in no rush to do it now. There's no urgency. So Joel now played a club out of his hand, just trying to sort of set up another trick and make it harder for the opponents to lead anything. So they won the queen of clubs, and they returned a heart like he expected. So now Joel still decided that there was no reason to go after spades just yet, because he knew that South was the one with the king of spades, and he knew that South was going to have a very difficult time dropping the king under the ace, because South won't know where the jack of spades is. So when it comes time to clearing spades, there's a really good chance that South is going to end up having to win the spade. And so Joel played another club out of his hand, and it went up to the jack and the king. So now South had no more hearts left, and they actually had king jack 4th of spades to start, it looks like, so because they played the king of spades back. And now Joel was very happy he didn't go after spades himself, because now he could just set up the spade. So what he did was he won the ace, and he played back a spade, and South did in fact have 4 of them. So now South played back the last spade, putting Joel in his hand, and there wasn't really anything Joel could do but take a diamond and a heart. So Joel knocked out he actually cashed the heart first, and in case South would eventually have to give him his 10 of clubs. And then when he played the king of diamonds, they won the ace, and they eventually had to give him the queen of diamonds for his 7th trick. So I was definitely happy to pull in 90 with my dummy, and we're definitely rolling now.